Good morning everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to my Friday morning Facebook Live. Hope you're all okay. Can't believe it's Friday already, it's gone so quick as usual. I think I say that every week, but it definitely has. So this morning I have just put together a quick card, so I'm just going to go through that, but in true Facebook Live fashion I'm going to change the colours as I go along. But it'll be the same design, so I'm going to just turn my camera around. I'm just going to double check my iPad so I can see what I'm doing, which is always helpful, and then we'll get started. I'll just run through the bits that I've been using this morning as well, okay? So there you go. So this is the card that I've put together this morning. It's using the Painted Christmas DSP that is part in the mini catalogue. One of my favourites this year. I haven't got much of it left. I think I might get some ready for next year because I do absolutely love it. So this is the card I've done. So it's a double layer one, and then I've just got a label on it, and then some of these little foliage bits from the set with a little bit of gold bow. So I'm going to do basically the same. I'm just going to change some of the papers. So I'll just put that over there. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to see if I can do on this one. So it's it's a lot busier. But I'm going to give it a go and see. I'm still going to do it in the green, I think. So I've got Mossy Meadow for this one. So we're going to put it over like that. So I've already got some a card base cut out that I already had. So it's 10.5 by 14.9. Obviously it's the length of an A4, and then I've just scored it in the middle. So I'm going to cut some paper to fit onto there. I'm just going to move my camera out a little bit. There we go. I think I'm going to do the design this way down. So I'm going to cut this at 10 centimetres by 14.4. So that's our bit to go onto there. And then this is the little piece that will go in the middle. And this panel is 8 by 11. So I'm going to want to do that at 7.5 by 10.5. And then that piece fits on there, and then that will go on there like this. So because I've used a darker colour, it sort of just does help it stand out a little bit more, I think. So there seems to be a bit of a shortage of red card going on at the moment. I tried to order some, but there was just none available. I also tried ordering some white. No, none of that. Or green. So it's a good job I've almost finished all my Christmas cards. So those are now stuck together, and I'm going to, oh, dimensions over here. Apologies, all my stuff's still in my bags from event I had last night, so obviously I haven't unpacked because I've got another lovely one this evening, so I don't bother unpacking anything go. So just going to put that in the middle like that. I think that's pretty much in the middle. Yep, let's go with that one. Clear this bit away. So the next thing I want to do is the little banners on the front. So in my original one, I'd actually cut two, and then I'd cut a mossy meadow and a white one, and then cut the mossy meadow in half, just so that it showed either end. But I think with this one, I think I'm just going to do white. I don't think it needs any extra green on there, so let's just cut a little bit. I don't need all this massive bit. Oh, morning, Sue. Oh, that's okay. Not that you can hear me. It's probably best that you can't hear me though. I just ramble on about any old rubbish. Thank you for joining though. So I'm just going to die cut this out quickly. I'll just put this over here and do it. So then we've got this really cute little banner. I think this is one of the ones I've used the most. This little shape. I think it's just a really good size. Generally for the size card that I use. So I'm going to use Mossy Meadow ink to stamp this on. Onto this banner. Okay. So that's going to go there, and then I'm going to put that on dimensionals as well. Just two on there. And then in a second I'm going to stamp out some berries and some leaves. So that's going to go there. Okay, so what should I do with it? Just get this little scrap piece here. So for this one, this is the stamp set that I am using. So I'm going to keep the berries, I think. But I think I'm going to do some of these bigger pieces on this one. Or should I do? Choices. Choices on this one. Let's go holly. I don't think I use it enough. So I'm going to try a bit of a 2 ink technique with this one. So I'm just going to ever so slightly push it down onto both. Oh, I obviously didn't push it down enough. Okay, that's a bit better. Got that bit. Okay. That's right. Don't worry, this bit hasn't come out. We can always hide that one. Am I drunk stamping? There you go, that's better, isn't it? Just close these up for a second. I'm just gonna have to cut those out. Oh, actually, I'll do my no, we're just gonna do. So I'm gonna use real red, I think, for this one. Is that one, or is it? cherry cobbler do we reckon? Should we go cherry cobbler? I get the feeling, whichever one I do, I think it might be wrong. But we'll give it a go. Don't quite know how many of these I'm gonna need, so we'll do 3 just to be on the safe side. So grab my dies. So I've got the holly die. Oh, and then here's the berry one. It's hiding under a pine cone on. There you go. So we'll do that. I'll just grab a little bit of tape from here. And then a bit of this one. Finished. This set is amazing. I'm so glad I bought it. It's something that I usually generally would have avoided because I never really know what to do with sort of ones like this, because there's not a like a main feature stamp or something of the set. I think sometimes it throws me a little bit. So I would have felt a bit lost, but actually I think the majority of my cards this year I've made have been with this one. But I think that's just because I've sort of invested the time in, you know, trying to use it and stuff and seeing what things I can do with it. And it's great. It's a great set for some sort of quick stamping, which I've done some cards with. So next one down. There we go. Sorry, it's just slightly off the camera. My desk, the space around my desk closes in when I craft. It's never particularly big. It starts off tidy. Within about 2 seconds, I'm struggling to find anything. But that's a good sign, right? Surely. So anyone that was watching last week might remember that I disappeared last week because there was someone at my door. So hopefully this week I can continue with no interruptions. So last 2, just move this down a bit. So 5 weeks tomorrow. Woohoo! I can get my new die cutting machine. Woohoo! Very excited about this. I reckon I'll be up there some Christmas morning. Hilariously, last year the girls were in absolutely no rush to get up, and we had to sort of wake them up at 9 o'clock. I'm not quite sure if that will work this year. Morning, Gary. Hope you're okay. Thanks for joining. Am I inspiring you to do a bit of crafting? Some Christmas cards. So this is what we've got at the moment. So I'm going to bring some of these holly leaves in. I don't know, do you want 3? And go like that. Let's go. And then possibly put this one here. Like that. I think maybe I'll go like that. I still might put a bow on. So these ones, because this is on dimensionals, I'm just going to glue this one in. Yeah, it does. That's basically all I do is cutting and sticking. As my dad says, I've got qualifications in cutting and sticking. Although this glue, it's not awfully good for. It doesn't have very good smell. Do you remember that? Like, I can't think what it was called. It was like the glue smelled like fish paste. Does anyone remember that? Is it like, was it Copydex or something? It came in a big white tub and it had a giant like brush thing on it. Oh my god, do you remember that? It's like gloop. So that's those, and then we're just going to pop the berries in. So this one, I'm just put a little bit glue in the middle and try and pop those down. Oh, just a little bit that other one showing. Well, there you go, like that. Oh yeah, it did. Do you reckon they're allowed to use things like that in school now? Probably not, to be honest. And then I'm going to tie... Oh no, actually I don't think I'm going to have room for a bit of this gold thread now I've done on the other one. So you can see this was my original one that I made this morning. And I've just done foliage and the gold globe. But I think that's all I'm going to have space for. But that's okay. So on the inside, I'm just going to cut a piece of white to go in there. Oh, I've got a bit here. I've just realised. Probably just need to cut it to size. Oh, thank you, Sue. Yeah, do you know what this pattern is? One of the ones that drew me to this set of papers first, but it's one that I haven't used. I think because it's quite busy, it does throw me off a little bit. You know, when paper, you love paper, but it's so busy, you just don't know what to do with it sometimes. So I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside. So this is Mossy Meadow. So I've popped my stamp. Actually, let's go back with the holly. Move that one out the way a second. So pop that there. So just ever so lightly push that one down so it's a bit more muted. Again to the second generation, and then get some cherry cobbler out for the berries, which is here. Just gently, and then again just like that, so it looks like here. And then I've already got it on blocked up, but this is the one that goes with this one, or you can buy them in a suite together. Again, probably my most used sentiment stamp this year for Christmas. So I'm just going to use this Merry Christmas along here. I'm going to do that in the Mossy Meadow to match the card stock. There we go. So that's done. Just pop a bit of glue on this and then put that in. You don't need very much glue. Okay, so that is on the inside there. So that's that one done. So all finished. So this was my original that I made this morning. So I've used one of the other papers in the DSP set here with some of the other foliage stamps in this set. I need to stop saying foliage. And some of the gold twine. That's really cute. And then I said, oh, I'm going to change the papers for my live, and I ended up changing pretty much most of it. So I went for the holly and the berries on this side, and I've still used the same label and sentiment stamp. I still used Mossy Meadow. And then this one on the inside, I had a little strip of the DSP left from something else I'd cut off, so I just put a little strip of it down the side. Just keep that. So on the inside, I've obviously kept the same stamp that I've used on the front, like this one, to tie them in. So there we go. That is my Facebook Live this morning. So thank you very much for joining and chatting to me and keeping me company. So I will be here again same time next week, 10 o'clock. So speak to you later. Bye.